everyone, welcome to the channel. Welcome if you're new. I'm Stacy, and today we are going to start off the first week of the new year flipping through Inktober 52. I finished the year. I did all 52 drawings. This is, I cut, well, I started with a heavyweight drawing paper, and then I slowly shifted into using Bristol paper for the rest of the year. Kind of right about, you can tell where, right about there. But this is what 52 drawings looks like from the side. And we are going to go through and talk about them real quick. Any noises you hear are my kittens. They're playing in the background. I cut up a cardboard box. They're teething. And I put flaps on it so they could climb in and out of it and chase each other around and be crazy. So any banging, thrashing, crashing, it's their fault. Alright, moving right along. The prompt word for day one was fresh, and I had no idea. The first thing that came to mind was peaches, and I don't want to draw peaches. And I don't know why peaches come to mind for the word fresh. It makes no sense to me now that I'm saying it out loud. But I'm bringing up the prompt words so that I don't have to keep flipping them over. I did write the prompt word, and I wrote the prompt word, what this was for, Inktober 52, the 2021, and then what the word was for the week. Week one was fresh. I'm gonna pop that over there. There we go. And in my mommy mind, what's not more wonderful than the fresh smell of a clean sleeping baby? So that's why we have a baby. I don't know whose baby this is. It is a photo that I found on Pixabay or Unsplash or Pixabay. I'm not sure. At any rate, portrait of a baby, all done in ink on heavyweight paper. And I was going to come back in with marker and shade it, but I decided to leave well enough alone. Leave what I did for that week as is. And then week two was home, and I drew these two birds building their nest. I love drawing birds, and I thought this was an amazing reference photo, and would look super cool in ink with all the lines and textures. Yeah, I really enjoyed this one. Once again, I wanted to go in and do some shade. I may do some shading on this one. I really like this one a lot. I may come back to it in the future. Day three, or week three, was reflection, and I used ink and marker on heavyweight paper once again, and just kind of streaked this side so that it would look like he was looking in his tiny little reflection. I could probably see these better. Put on the glasses. There we go. That's much better. My old eyes. Week four was ancient. I drew a little crumbly castle in the water, some tree branches that you're looking through, and I didn't realize, several people commented later that it looked like it had a face. I didn't do that on purpose. That was purely accidental. I don't know what happened, but it's cute, right? Remote was week five, and for me, the thought of living in a lighthouse, kind of appealing, actually. I could do my art all day, take care of the lighthouse. That'd be awesome. I'm sure there's much more that goes into it than that, but for me, remote brought to mind lighthouses, so kind of an old lighthouse. And then we have monster. So I did the thing. It's faded a bit on the ink on the paper. I should have done this on Bristol. It'd be more vibrant. I might go over it later. We'll see. But I like the way it turned out. Yeah. Not unhappy with that. Oh, that's my face. See, I wrote it along here. It goes this way. Dragonfly. I didn't want to do a dragonfly, so I did a dragon. Flying. Literally. And a little bit of metallic paint, a little bit of marker, and then this, someone's going by, their car's backfiring. Sorry about that. I'm on a corner. This background is marker that I wet and spooched around to make it look watercolory. And then we have camping. So camping, little mountains. Ex-husband and I and the kids used to go up in the mountains all the time and get up on a bluff in the tent, and you could see the tops of the mountains and the fog would roll in and it would look like there was nothing out there. It was crazy beautiful. So camping, that's what came to mind. And then we have egg, and this is I believe a hummingbird nest. I should have wrote it down and I didn't, but that's okay. But there's little eggs right here and a nest if you can't tell, and this is a flower. And hummingbird nests are super tiny. The eggs are super tiny. Maybe it's not a hummingbird nest. I don't know. Talking out of turn. And this is all ink kind of blotted around in the background to give it some contrast, because all the rest that I'd done so far didn't have much in the way of contrast. And at some point I got a dot of blue on there. I don't know how that happened. And then we have Powerful. And I am a Batgirl. I like Batman. Batman's one of my favorites. And Batman and Wonder Woman are my favorites currently for superheroes. Yeah, I just really enjoy how this turned out. This was completely accidental. That was just the way the ink flowed. And I put some gold there to make it pop a little bit. It kind of looks like it could be a bat symbol, to my mind. Anyways, I like the way it turned out with the gold on top. I think it turned out neat. And then we have Spaceship. And there are so many cool spaceships in all the sci-fi movies that I love and adore and watch regularly, repeatedly. But I didn't want to draw any of them. I wasn't feeling any of them. So I made up my own. And in the thought patterns for creating these was Moya, I believe is the name of the spaceship, in, oh no, I'm not going to remember the name of the show now. Anyways, you fans out there will know what I mean. You sci-fi people will know the ship, but she's a living ship. So the idea was that these were mechanical and living creatures. And yeah, in space. So a little bit of silver metallic. I like it. I like how it turned out. I'm not displeased. And then microscopic. I didn't want to draw anything tiny. Microscopic, or that is microscopic, so I drew turtle with tiny fish. These guys, I drew turtle. I felt like it. I didn't want to do anything else. So yeah, I did a turtle. I think he turned out super cool. Ink and watercolor. I love watercolor so much. And then we have Brave. I have a brave little mouse out in the sticks, jumping from reed to reed. He could fall in and drown, you know. He looks a little mad. This is why he bothered me. I'm trying to concentrate. And then, yeah, Shield. Captain America. I dig how this turned out so much. I am in love with this piece. Watercolor, ink, it's just a hot mess of mixed media on paper, and I love the shield, how it turned out. The individual videos are up if you want to see how I did this. They're all in a playlist. I'll link it in the comments below. But this, one of my favorite pieces for the year. And then we had Star. So yeah, that's what that's supposed to be, a star. That's all I got to say about that one. Then we have stand. So, yeah, flamingo standing on the one leg. I like it. It's colorful and bright and outside of what I had been doing. And then we have 17 waves, another lighthouse, because I like them. I think they're cool. They're one of my dad's. My daddy has passed years ago, but one of his favorite things is lighthouses. So it kind of stuck with me. And I like drawing waves around. I think that looks so cool. I really dig how this one turned out. A little up close, I put a little sparkle on the lighthouse to make it shine a bit and stand out. But I really like how the waves turned out. I think they turned out really good. And then we have cat. Yeah, I liked drawing this one. This is Copic marker in the background. And this is a little bit of watercolor. Just to make them pop. I really enjoy this one. I think it turned out cool. I like the blue background in contrast to them. And then we have planet. So I did an exploding planet. I'm on the fence about this one. Could have done better. I shouldn't have put metallic on the entire planet. I should have, in my mind, left it a little dark on the edges more. Otherwise, it's pretty good. It's not terrible. And then we have flow. Yes? Hello, I'm still using that. My computer decided, you're not touching me, I'm gonna turn off now. Jeez. So many comments about that. Flow. This is waves. The flow of waves in the ocean. I don't know if people got that. It's very abstract-y, and I enjoyed doing it. But yeah, it's water. It's waves in the water. Yeah. I enjoy it. And then Octopus. Oh, I named him Oliver. I think he turned out amazing. I love this piece so much. Even the background, how textured it is. On the heavyweight drawing paper, the texturing of the ink and the colors that I used, I really enjoy how this whole piece looks. What do you guys think? Lots and lots of detail. It looks all old and craggy. Yeah, I dig it. And then swimming pool. I got a lot of questions about what is it? So, hat, arms, water, deck. I thought it was obvious, but apparently my brain works differently than most people's. But I really like how the water turned out, and that's watercolor. And yeah, I don't know. I like it. I thought it was, I mean, it takes a second when you look at it, I guess, but alright, moving on. And then cube. So I did fuzzy dice. This could be better. I wasn't feeling this one either. The whole prompt word was not my thing. So, yeah, fuzzy dice. They're cube shaped. Then an X-ray. This one took forever to do, and I got, let's just pause. I redid this one 3 times. I despised the first 2 goes. I was trying to get that deep underwater iridescent glow that the sea creatures have in this octopus, and yeah, I think it kind of reads, but it could be better. I don't like how shiny the background is. If it was more of a matte finish, and maybe some of his shine was a little softer in places. Overall, I really like the piece. There are things that I would do differently. On the next go. Then we have soar. Do I have these out of order? I do. They go this way. This one's Soar. We have Soar. We're going to pretend that didn't happen. Sorry, I need a drink of my tea. Talking too much. I haven't talked this much in a while. Soar. Yeah. Hang gliding, is that what they call that? Seat gliding? It's supposed to, he's in one of those seat chair things. And yeah, I think it turned out cool. I really like it. I can't remember if I used watercolor. I think I used watercolor or ink. I might have used Bombay India ink for the background on this one. I have a lot of ink. It lasts for a super long time. I'm actually getting down to like half a bottle on most of them, because I actually do use it quite a lot. This one is the prompt word for week 26 is travel, and yeah, traveling. We got our stuff, threw it all in the van. We're going for a drive. We don't know where, but we're doing it. And then bird. Ta-da! I love drawing birds, as I said before. And this is my excuse to actually just draw a bird. So this is a little tiny bird. Isn't he cute? I like him. I think that's either watercolor or ink. I'd have to watch the video again. I don't remember. I should have written it down on the backs. Maybe I'll go through them and do that at some point. Poppy. I did a little bumblebee there, just for added interest. I didn't want to put color on him though, because I didn't want him to like draw away from the poppy. I just didn't really need it, but yeah, that's what it is. Little ink drawing, and then splashed probably watercolor over the top of it. And this is ink back there. Tell by the texture of it. Then we have a newt, and I just think he turned out so cool. I was going to go in and do a colorful background so that he would be in his element visually, but then I stopped and went in the next day, and I just like him this way. Just, yeah, I really like how he turned out. And that yellow color is pretty awesome. And that's all ink, I believe. Pretty sure this is Bombay India ink, because it's got a little shine to it, and watercolor doesn't really have a shine to it. Then we have ink, and I just wanted this to look like a splash of like ink that turned into a bird, one of those phoenix birds, and I really like it. I think it turned out cool. Yeah, I just like, that's all I have to say about that one. I just like it. I wrote on the back, Harry Potter Phoenix Bird. That's what popped in my head when I for the word. Tranquil is week 31, and for me, anything you can just get away in the mountains and breathe, and there's no noise except for nature. This is bliss right here for me. So that's what that is. And then we have this prompt word was angel, and I did not want to draw an angel. I just didn't want to. Nothing obvious or angel-like, so I did falling feathers. Maybe the angel got in a battle. Maybe took off too fast and lost a couple. So yeah, that was my excuse to draw some feathers. Then we have light. So the light of the moon on the water. Once again, this could have been better. This could have been more defined. The moon, I mean. Less rough edges, but it is what it is. It's not terrible. And then we have doorway, and this is just rocks. I made this up. It's just a doorway. So yeah, it doesn't go anywhere, or maybe it does. Maybe it goes to a good place. What comes to your mind when you see that yellow doorway? Good or bad? For me, yellow is good color. And then we have yin and yang, and I didn't want to do the typical yin-yang sign. So I just did two koi fish, opposite color, well, not opposite colors, but colors that balance with each other, and complement each other pretty nicely. I don't know. I just really, this one got a lot of good comments on Instagram too. But there's lots of details. Took a long time. And this is therapeutic for me, doing all these lines and getting in there and doing all the details. I love it. Love the details. Get lost in them. Week 36 was golden. We have a golden autumn leaf. All in ink. I'm relatively certain it's all in ink. It's yeah, that's Bombay India ink. And then we have, spooky, week 37. Yeah, a skull. I didn't want to do like a graveyard or anything. I don't know. I like it. I got new markers, so this is my new Arctic markers. This is the brand. I got this set recently and I did a video on it, but this is the brand of, and I got the grayscale set, and that's what this background is, and I really, really like these markers a lot. And the markering on the skull itself is the Arctic markers. And they do a really good job. I need to practice more. I'm a novice at the markering, but Bristol paper, I've since switched to Bristol paper a while back. And I got a splotch of blue on this one. I was so bummed. Pretend that's not there. We'll just put my finger over it. It's very distracting, isn't it? Another lighthouse for the stone. I liked all the stonework around this one, and then the birds flying around it, and I just thought it was so cool. And I made it crumbly instead of new, which I think adds interest. I believe in the reference photo, it's like it's not a rough and tumble lighthouse. And then we have, I believe, the Monarch. My computer, just like, you're not touching me. I'm gonna turn off now. Yeah, Monarch. So this is a Monarch Caterpillar, and this was a remarkably complicated little thing to hash out, where all the white, to make it look natural, all those little markings, and then the background is Posca pen. It's this mint green Posca pen, and when I first put it down, I hated it. Because, well, I put it over a different background. You can tell that there's some texture, but from a distance I really like the contrast, and it goes nicely with the yellow, which was not intentional. I think I had a darker blue, like there's a bit of blue right there that you can see on the edges. I did a dark blue background, I think. I don't know, I'd have to go back and watch the video again, and I don't want to. So that's a Monarch Caterpillar, because I didn't want to do butterfly. Another bird. Wired was the prompt word for week 40. There's our wire. Birds on wire. Yeah, all in ink on Bristol paper. Oh yeah, the bird. Fan. I am a fan of the Alien franchise. All the Alien movies, I have them all. And I have a couple of books that I got. I don't know where, oh, here it is. I didn't put it away on purpose so that I could show you guys. I have the Alien book, the Vault. It comes in a sleeve. It is a glorious book. If I can get it out of the sleeve. And it came with a bunch of cool stuff. If you're not into the Alien movies, avert your eyes. But yeah, Ridley Scott, all these books are beautiful. This is on the first movie. And yeah, so did one of the creatures from Alien. Love this book. Got the second book for Christmas. I haven't had a chance to go through it yet. I love these movies, so yeah, that's why we have an alien creature. And I apologize if you don't like aliens or creatures, but yeah, it turned out wicked cool. Took some time, but I dig it. I think it turned out neat. All right, moving on. Tick. didn't want to do this prompt board. As you can see, I mean, it's alright. It's not my favorite. I tried to get creative. Just made up a clock. My own little... I think I was watching Witcher when I did this. Which is a great show if you like those kinds of shows. I really dig it. I haven't read the books yet, but I'm going to get them. I didn't know they were books. But that's the shapes and the, I don't know why I'm gold and the Witcher. I don't know what's wrong with my brain. Another bird! Fuzzy was the prompt word for this week 43. And he just looks angry, doesn't he? He looks like an angry, fluffed up bird who's displeased with having his picture taken. Like, why are you bothering me? Why? Why? He's a fat little thing, isn't he? And I really like how my twigs turned out in the background. Those are just imagined. I was imagining that he was sitting in a big old branchy area. And then we have Crispy for week 44, and I was trying to do... I'm gonna take another drink of tea, sorry. Getting all... I'm sorry if I've been doing that a lot. The weather changed, the cold weather. I don't know, I get phlegmy, I guess. It's weird. But I was trying to do a... Whoa, guys. Chillax. Almost knocked the lamp over. Swung his little hiney right into the stand. Moving on. Crispy. I was trying to do a burnt tree stump. And it kind of reads... I mean, I had fun drawing this stump. Details once again. Layers was the prompt word for week 45. So we have macaroons. And I wasn't going to do a background. I was just going to do it sweet and simple. And then at the last minute, I was like, you know what? It really needs something. Because just this little bit of ink work in the white space was bothering me. So I grabbed out my Copic markers, which came in one of my art boxes. I was super excited to get these. I love Copic markers. Got a small set of them, and this YGO3 yellow green is coming up in a couple of these. So yeah, macaroons. I think they turned out cool. My Leaning Tower of Macaroons. And then we have shop. I went with shopping in the snow because it was Christmas time, and yeah, the holiday season was upon us, right? Or was I early? I don't know. I was a little early. At any rate, she's shopping for Christmas presents, obviously. I think it turned out cool. This is those Artix markers, and then I used my Everything's Right Within Reach because, and I spilled this everywhere. I don't know how I did that. But my Copic opaque white is what I used, and a toothbrush to make the snow, so it's a little textury. But yeah, I think how it turned out. And the red and the blue is watercolor, but the grays are the Artix grayscale markers. They're really nice. I'm really enjoying them. And we have core. I had a conversation with someone about core and, or no, it wasn't core. It's essence. Essence is the prompt word. And I was like, essence? How in the world do you draw essence? Because it's like the ether, the feel of something for me, the core of a human or a thing or a creature or a kitty cat. And then core, yeah, so we got an apple core. And I didn't want to do just the apple core, like the round cored out piece. So I drew this guy. I like how it turned out. I think it turned out pretty good. And that green, it's a really good green. I dig it. Oh, yeah, this prompt word was grateful. And I really didn't want to do a portrait of one of my kids or one of my grandchildren, or, you know, one individual person in my life. Because all of the people that are in my life, of course, I'm grateful for, but I kind of narrowed it down to a more simplified thing for me. Sorry about that, the camera stopped recording on me. I tried to narrow it down for something more personal, for more me, what gets me through my day. What am I grateful for that gets me through my day? And my art definitely gets me through a lot of just the day. I go to work in an office all day. I don't want to be there all day. I've been doing my job for 20 years now, and not in the same company, of course, but what I look forward to at the end of the day when I come home to my not so now empty apartment. I have kittens now, but I live alone, and I really enjoy my art supplies. So yeah, so I drew art supplies for grateful. I hope that makes sense to other people and it doesn't sound shallow or weird, but yeah, being able to create, being creative, having the means to do all of this, it's important to me, and I am very grateful for it. All right, moving on. Journey. Didn't we do journey before? I'm reading through them really quick. Travel, that's what it was. Travel, journey. It's been a long time since I've been to Hawaii, so I did a beach scene for journey, and that's what was in my head. Last vacation away to somewhere, not someone like a family member's house, to spend time with like mom or my sister, or to go back to Washington to see my kids, was to go to Hawaii or up in the mountains. But yeah, journey. And then this one, soap. The first thing that popped in my head was great big giant bubbles on a bar of soap, and I don't know, it wasn't working out for me, so I tried this one. I tried to convey a young kid popping those big giant bubbles in the air. It kind of reads, I think. But yeah, that's what that is. For soapy bubbles. It kind of turned out the way I was expecting it to. Oh yeah, Robot for week 51. I had been binge watching Discovery, Star Trek Discovery. I love that. I love it. I love it. I love it. Not just because it's sci-fi, but because it's Star Trek, and I've watched everything Star Trek. Except for the cartoon ones. I'm on the fence about all that. But all the shows I've watched and rewatched again. And Discovery is no different. They have these I wrote it on the back, dot sevens. They're like repair robots. Or, yeah, I think they're just repair robots. I'd have to look it up. At any rate, that's what this is. It's one of the dot robots. I think they're so cute. They're just, yeah, I love it. I enjoyed drawing it too. It was fun. This is those markers, the Arctic markers, and then this blue is watercolor pencil. I got a blue watercolor pencil in an art box, and yeah, that happened. And then the last day was, prompt word was pop for week 52. So I chose pop of color. We got a little pop of color on the page. And a couple little flowers. And a little kind of wobbly background. And yeah, so that is 52 complete drawings for the year. Supposed to be once a week. I did get behind here and there, and had to play catch up here and there. I really wanted to finish this year. I don't know if they're doing it, or in 2021. I don't know if they're doing it this year in the new year. I haven't looked that up yet. If anyone knows, drop it in the comments below. Let me know if you're participating. If it happens, I would be interested to see what you're doing. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video and my banter, and I will see you in the next video. The upcoming video is going to be a flip video of the 2021 art. Excited about that one too. I will see you in the next video. Have a great day, night. Bye.